New Jack City, because I'm Hey Jack, and I'm looking for New Jack City. Edgar Martinez, the police captain from the Bronx, New York, wants to know if New Jack City is one of the 7 cities of Cibola in Nevada or Arizona, New Mexico, someplace around there. New Jack City. Wow, what's new about it? I mean, New York says new, and York was originally somewhere in England, but no one would say that New York is new. I think there's a place called New York News, isn't there? Jack is a kind of a nickname for someone whose first name is John. First names in Western world used to be called Christian names, but no one assumes you're a Christian in the Western world anymore. Last names are known as surnames, and that is also from Old English. It's not S-I-R, sir. So I was saying surname is not S-I-R-N-A-M-E, it's S-U-R-N-A-M-E. S-U-R is French. I believe it means above. So a surname is an above name. Sippy Cup wants me to remind you of the word patronome, and he's giving it kind of a Russian feel to it, because quite often the Russians use the name of their father as their middle name. A patronymic. Patri means father in Latin. Nom is name in French, which is an offshoot of Latin. Latin was the language of ancient Rome. And it wasn't that long ago that Latin was taught in the public schools. In my parents' age, Latin was taught in the public schools. And in a good school, you could even learn ancient Greek. I'm told that even when they learned ancient Greek, it wasn't a spoken language because they didn't know how to speak it. I'm not sure if that was true. That was just a story I heard along the way, that you could read it but not speak it. It sounds kind of foolish, because I would think that someone who speaks modern Greek would have the best shot at speaking ancient Greek. You know, someone who's native born in a country that speaks English is going to be the best person to be able to try to speak Middle English or Old English, but maybe not. Some of these languages, you know, came from the continent, and it might be someone who can speak High or Low German that might be able to understand some of these old versions of English. But, you know, if you're in, I don't know, 9th grade, and the English class is doing Shakespeare, it's not easy to read that version of English. In our day, when we did Shakespeare, we had a film of someone doing a Shakespearean play, the actors spoke the Shakespearean English, and with the movement of the actors on the stage, it made it much easier to understand what was going on, because you weren't so reliant upon these old words. It was the interplay of the actors and what they were doing in the scene that helped you understand what was really going on. Being an actor in a scene is your job. Bob Frizzell, one of our alter egos here on these channels, Infinite Bob 99 on YouTube and Burroughs Bobby on Instagram. Bob Frizzell is the producer of what he calls The Reality Game. And in The Reality Game, you are all actors. And it is Bob Frizzell's job as producer of The Reality Game to, well, he usually gives you hints. We usually call it amongst ourselves hints and allegations. If he's feeling like the actors are not giving him a good enough performance, sometimes he'll do a lecture called Acting Lessons for Real Life. In our reality game, we have got a lot of, Sippy Cup says, Shakespearean plot twists. We have got a mass media that has become totally untrustworthy to a great many people. I got a honk on that. Did you hear the honk? So, who is going to tell the story of what's really going on? I don't know. There's a Tears for Fears song called Mad World. It was also covered by Gary Jules in the movie Donnie Darko, Mad World. If you put that song on, that's the way it often feels to us. Mad. Oh, there was an old movie from the 1960s, and it was called It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. All kinds of cameos of Hollywood movie stars. Mad, Mad, Mad. Mad Magazine. The Madness of Crowds is a famous old novel in literature, Thomas Hardy. And that's quite often the way we feel when we get in a crowd. The Madness of Crowds. There was another book that was talking about the madness of crowds. It wasn't Thomas Hardy. It was someone else who was talking about tulips in the South Seas. The great tulip craze. People invested money, lots and lots of their hard-earned money, in tulip plantations. The insanity of stock markets has been around. I think the tulip craze was in the 1700s. I will look up the name of that book and I will put it down in the tags and comments below this video. Thank you for watching. For New Jack City, I'm Harry Weaver, your narrator.